When we first started looking around for our equipment to print our cards, we realized that we had to focus on our specific market, which were small merchants. So because of that, it was important that we buy printing equipment that enabled us to set up and run a job very, very quickly. We're actually able to set up a job and run it in 7 minutes. That's pretty fast in the card printing area. So now what we do is we move down here. We start with blank cards, a 2-line running of 2 cards at a time, both blank. Then we lay down the black ink on the back of the card. 98% of our cards are 4-color process on one side, black ink on the back. We run it down, we print the black ink on the back, and then we literally flip the card over in line, which is a very unusual feature because we're surface printing. As I said, we start with pre-manufactured cards with no ink on them. So the cards move down the line. After they print on the back, the ink on the back, and they flip over, they reposition themselves, and then we start printing the balance of the front of the card. We lay down a treatment material that makes the card accept the ink in a more appropriate fashion. It really bonds very tightly. Then we start printing the card. We lay down the yellow ink first, and then the cyan, and then the magenta, and then the black at the last, next to the last station, because the last station we actually lay down a coat of varnish so we protect the ink as the ink is sitting on the surface of the card. And then at the end of the press it comes out as a completely printed product. Now one thing I will mention is if we run a 4/4 job with 4-color process on the front and 4-color process on the back, we do have to run the cards through the press twice. And we'll switch the lines so we do it as what's called a work and turn. But that's our printing process.